Thanks to the Prime Mono. What's the worst TV show you've seen that's not animated? Like to completion? Because I've seen plenty of terrible shows that I never watched all of. The worst one I've ever seen start to finish, though? It'd probably have to be American Horror Story 1984. Jesus. I think it's probably this one. I watched this start to finish, and it is unbelievably terrible. No, it's worse than The Idol. The Idol would be up there, but I think this is probably objectively worse. Of course, Emmett. Hey, Sneak. Thanks to the resub cozy. Never finished Dexter. I actually dropped it before the end, so I can't use that one either. Dexter started great, though. American Horror Story 1984 is just an abomination. There's not an ending. This is the second time I've said that now because of Modern Warfare 3 also not having an ending, but this one, by all definitions, doesn't end. What happens is they build up to a finale, forgot to shoot the finale, and then just tell you everything that was supposed to happen. They literally just read the script of what was supposed to happen in the next episode. It doesn't have an ending. It's a disaster. Yeah, no, American Horror Story has gone way down the drain. Really bad. It's very, very embarrassing now. Like, season 1 was campy, of course, but was still pretty good. I don't really remember seasons 2 and 3. And then, which one was 4? 4 was the carnival one, right? No. I'm all fucked up on which one's which. But, like, the hotel one, also pretty silly. Coven one, not horrible, not great. And then Apocalypse hits, and then Apocalypse actually destroys everything in terms of even being remotely close to decent. Thanks for the membership, Sticky. And was just talking about that tree size. Now the worst animated show. Promise Neverland. That one was easy. Promise Neverland, I think, is an absolute travesty. Season 1 is a classic, and then Season 2 is such an embarrassment that it ruins everything. So, Promise Neverland, I think, is the worst animated show I've ever seen, and worst live-action show I've ever seen is this. Not even Big Mouth. Never watched all of Big Mouth. I'm not I'm not suicidal, so I did not watch that. I've only seen rogue episodes here and there over the years. Pluto's the same author as Monster. That's pretty big. I do like Monster. I don't like it as much as most people liked it. I wasn't a huge fan of the way it wraps itself up or the way that it... Well, I don't want to get into spoilers. But I do like it. I just don't view it the same way a lot of others do. But I like that he's still making more. I have a lot of faith in him to make good work. You seen the Twitter clip of the BMW trying to back out of the parking lot? The one that was driven by a child? Hear about the green slime in New York City? No, it's very vague. It's the green slime in New York. New York City green slime. New Yorkers puzzled by sludge oozing onto the streets. Likely source ID'd. This is just oil from the deep fat fryers at Burger King. Looks like a scene straight out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fluorescent green liquid oozing from manholes and sewers into New York City streets and sidewalks. This slime and sludge has some labeled the mystery liquid. As some have labeled the mystery liquid, was captured by Daniel Pantello this week. So there's this literal green sludge bubbling up from the ground next to the World Trade Center. People are walking through it casually. Sometimes a small crowd gathers around and stares at it. That is a pretty cool sight, actually. That's kind of nice. This is water full of green dye. Plumbers frequently use harmless fluorescent green dye to detect leaks in plumbing and sewage systems. Must not be that frequent. This is the first time I've seen that, though I don't live in New York. Because I never caught up on what exactly happened to Barry. It's Siobhan. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck your name up. Well, thank you, Siobhan. Well, I mean, it's the most important part of it, to be fair. You need to have a good ending. So, yeah. Nice. So I'm guessing this confirms there was a leak, since we're seeing it, is my guess. And thanks for that, Hex. And the resub hog. Why is it steaming like that? Oh, that has nothing to do with the green dye. This is just New York in a nutshell. Every single manhole and sewer ever is just constantly fucking steaming with poop smell. I actually think they artificially pump in shit odor, so that way it's filling the air, making it more miserable. Does New York smell bad? It smells awful. I've been to New York 3 times, and all 3 times it is the worst smell imaginable. I fucking hate New York City. I really do. I couldn't imagine living there. Used to commute every week from Central PA, and the smell is horrendous. That's a long fucking commute to do every day. From Central PA to New York City? Holy shit. Oh, sorry to hear that, Miz. Didn't mean to blow the lid off it. Oh, every week. Wait, yeah, every week, not every day. If you go anywhere other than Manhattan, it's fine. Hey, I'll take your word for it. I couldn't tell you, though. Every trip I've made in New York City has been terrible. Absolutely terrible. It really is just Manhattan. I feel like I'm being fed propaganda. You just want me to go back to New York City to laugh at me for wasting time again there. Oh, I'm not falling for it. You live in Florida, you can't talk. At least Florida's not as, like, steaming with poop. Like, yeah, there's a lot of problems with Florida, but at least I don't go outside and then immediately see just, like, fucking poop steam blasting into my eyes and nose. Though our water does smell bad, so if you get caught, unfortunately, out there when the sprinklers are blasting somewhere in the city, you're in for a pretty rough smell, too. Don't they use gray water for irrigation? You talking about in Florida? No, they put sulfur in the water. I don't remember why. Here, I'll look it up. As much as it rains in Florida, rainwater seeps through the wild and it leaves naturally. Let me skim this real quick. This is a long explanation. Okay, they don't put the sulfur in. It's just what naturally happens because of the soil here. So after rain soaks into the aquifer, the organic compounds convert to sulfur, and the sulfur is what gives the water its nasty smell, compared to rotten eggs. I always thought they used it for some reason. Are you real? That's always a fun question to play around with. You want to know something fun? It's called solipsism. That's where the only thing you can ever know is that you are real. You can never prove anyone else in the world is real, basically. So put that in your pipe and smoke it when you go to sleep tonight.